Good evening and welcome to Collector Cars. I'm Lance, your host. With me in the studio, Mr. Mark Petty. How you doing, man?
Good.
And back from Arizona, Mr. Mergens.
Good evening and welcome to Collector Cars.
Yeah. Yeah. So you go out there, they have a shooting and all kinds of stuff, and I bet you were at a car show.
Pretty much, yeah. That was quite a ways. It was a couple hours away from us, of course, which is a real sad thing. But
big, obviously.
Went to the rock and roll.
Tragedy.
Yeah, went to the rock and roll McDonald's and
now that was, but that was daytime.
Yeah.
So how many car shows did you get in?
I only got in one.
You only got in the rock and roll McDonald's.
But hey, there was 400 cars. I mean, you know, what can you say?
There you go. With 400 cars, you only need one.
That's right. So we'll have some footage coming back.
Good deal.
Probably next
footage from Arizona from Bill instead of Terry Lewis.
Yeah.
Terry's cutting into your territory. Yeah. If I were you, I'd be very careful, man.
Believe me, if you told Terry he could go out to Barrett-Jackson and be your guy out there, he'd be gone in a minute.
He'd be there in a heartbeat, wouldn't he? That's all changed.
But you'd have to pay him.
Yeah. What?
You'd have to pay him.
A paycheck?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't write paychecks.
I noticed.
Clearly,
we noticed. You noticed?
Yeah.
But seriously, that's all changed now. There's an awful lot of areas you can't go in. Yeah. Everything is exclusives now.
Yeah.
Exclusives on TV shooting and video and, you know, and that kind of thing. Everybody's got deals now that they want to be the only one. Everybody wants an exclusive. So it's not like it was. Years ago, Bill would go out with a camera and he'd be up on stage while they're, you know, rolling the cars through, and it wasn't cool.
It was a free pass. I'll tell you what, you could just go wherever you want.
And they treated you like gold. They saw press pass. Yeah. Oh, come on, yeah. Let me talk to you. Let me tell you what we got here. So yeah, very, very cool stuff. But I guess they have to for security reasons and all that kind of baloney. And money. If you give a guy an exclusive, he who pays the most.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I mean? Is that the way it works with?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have this half hour.
$4. I got $4.
I got 95 cents, I think. You know.
I ain't giving you my 2 cents.
Yeah, but he's going to throw in his 2 cents. We did last week, Bill. We did the first portion of the photos that Terry sent us, which was Overdrive, the Overdrive show. I'm going to get into the clip quick so that we can spend a little more time talking about the upcoming shows as we go or after the clip. Because there's a lot of big stuff coming up and good stuff coming up. But Overdrive, now that is in where?
It was in Denver.
That is in Denver now.
Right.
Okay, so that's not out in the boonies, out in the mountains, like the other place.
Yeah, no, this was in Denver, and of course it was at a parking lot. You know, there was a multiple story kind of parking lot, and they had it on the top level.
Okay.
And apparently it ran so far out that they had to take it out down the ramp and into the street.
No kidding.
And they had, I think, somewhere as 400 cars or whatever. And it's not been that long since they started it, but it's.
Now, I was just going to say, how long has this been going on?
Yeah, it hasn't been going on too long, I don't think. But it keeps growing.
Few years or something.
Yeah, a couple
like
years.
Okay, cool.
They had some big time sponsors, and you know, it was a big show.
Very cool. All right, let's see some pictures from Mr. Terry Lewis. There's that hatchback Chevelle. That's a real classic.
I want it.
Well, next time you're out there, drive it back.
Yeah, I will.
We want to see it for a couple weeks.
Now I see what you mean. This is the top, upper level, and there's a whole nother level.
Yeah, exactly.
The first one we're going to look at is the Zebra 3. This is the Starsky and Hutch car. Remember that?
I remember that. Used to slide across the front of the car and
slide over the car, and then to get into the driver's seat.
Yep.
And that's, you know, that, I mean, you don't see many of those. It's kind of like the General Lee, but it's kind of a fun car to see. Everybody pretty much of our generation recognizes it.
Oh, yeah. And you wonder how many of them did they wreck or crack up during the course of the movie. They actually had Dodge people, you know, Mopar people, that were getting upset with how many General Lees they wrecked.
Yeah.
I mean, it was up into the hundreds and hundreds of vehicles, classic vehicles that they had just trashed.
Yep.
But very cool.
Steering wheel's upside down.
Wheel must have been turned, huh?
Yep. Yep. Chuck Parker screaming at the screen.
Now this is cool. I like this. This is the Plymouth Belvedere. It's a 1958.
And again, red and white, but kind of a contrast, huh?
Yeah.
From that last one we saw. But again, you know, really interesting lines.
That's a 4-door.
And
Yeah,
what color is it?
4-door.
Oh, red.
Red and white.
I think that, you know, that was the kind of car at the time people went, you know. But now you look at the detail and the styling that really was there, and you can appreciate it a lot more than.
Ooh, 34.
Now this is the guy that put on the show.
The Remax rod.
Yeah, exactly.
34 3-window, 454 cubic inch.
Yeah, his name is Jerry, and he's a Remax agent. Very, very nice car.
And that's the guy who actually put the show on.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, he was the one who kind of organized it and set it up. So it looks like he's got a something in there, doesn't it? Tunnel maybe.
It's got tunnel ram.
Yeah. So I mean, I like, you know, again, it's a whole different paint scheme. He's put the black, you know, down the fenders and stuff. That was kind of interesting.
Wagon.
62 Chevy wagon.
Now, who would have ever thought that we'd be seeing this at a car show?
Yep.
Right.
You know, 40 years later.
Yep. A nice custom paint job on it. Dropped down a little bit.
Yep.
Custom wheels on it.
Probably rides just wonderfully.
Yeah.
You know, I can imagine. You know, and I think it's fun to see cars like that. I mean, it's you sometimes have to wonder whether he'll ever get it sold, because I'm sure he's got a lot more money in it than he can really sell it for.
Oh yeah.
But it's a great statement, and if you can build a car like that, you happen to have it in the, you know, in Grandma's garage, well, what the heck.
But it's something he liked. He spent as much time and money on that thing as a lot of guys spent on another car.
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice the graphics that went over the roof on it?
Yes, exactly.
Yep. Updated motor, headers, a lot of chrome.
Oh,
Paint
he's
job's
even
expensive.
got bucket seats in there, it
Yeah.
looks like. Ooh, no, I like that combination in a station wagon. I think that is absolutely cool. Dang.
They had a
Flyby.
chopper flying by. I think
Bring
the
him
chopper landed. I think they had, there was a couple of photos of it, and I think it was heading for the building. They might have a little heliport up there.
So this
Check
would
this
be
out.
this would be what, a 66 Caprice?
66 Caprice, 409 supercharged.
And that's a nice color, and the way he two-toned it.
And look at the roof line on that. That was a special option on a Caprice in '66. You had a regular slant back, more of a fastback style, which was the standard Impala, but Caprice was the upper end of it.
Tune
Look at
port,
this.
turbocharged tune port.
You wouldn't have bought a 409 at that point in '66, but you could have had a 427 in it, 396 for sure.
Looks pretty original in there, man.
Yeah.
Exactly.
69 Dodge Dart GT. This is a 10-second car. He had.
Whoa.
What motor's in it? 340 or 440?
Yeah, that's a little blurred.
It's a
I think
10-second car,
the picture is so bright, the color is so bright, you can't even see what it says in the back of that.
Yeah.
Now, some of these I had to take down a little bit on the brightness. He had some sun out there to shoot
It's
in.
hard to
Well,
see what
when you're
motor's
shooting
in it.
That's
at
difficult.
5,000 feet above sea level, the sun is pretty darn intense.
Yeah.
Clean dash, look at that. Took everything out of it.
So he really has it set up as much as a race car as a street car.
Yep. Yep.
You saw the gauges under the hood there.
Yeah.
Yep.
62 Impala.
Yeah, it's on the outside for when he's racing, watch his oil pressure.
Now, this is another one. Impala SS 409.
And in '62, that could have been the way it was too. It could have been a 409 car.
Yeah, that could be original.
So '62 was the first year that they changed the body style on the Chevy from the kind of the longer, leaner one. So you had 62, 3, and 4 that were similar, and then they changed again in 65. Nice engine combination. Look what he did on that radiator.
Yep. 4-speed car.
Bucket seats. Updated steering wheel. Now the shifter in the console area, that was stock. That was kind of nice. I like that.
67. El Camino.
So you've got a little go-kart in front of it. Little mini-me or something.
I think that comes up in another shot. I'm not sure.
Probably loads it in the back end.
Yeah. Yep.
Kind of plain, but kind of nice, huh?
Yeah. They like red out there, don't they?
You know, I was just going to mention, if you look around in the background on these shots, how many red cars there are at car shows.
Oh,
there
Radio
it is.
Flyer. Little go-kart.
Radio Flyer.
Yeah.
That runs. Look at this.
Yeah.
Little motor in it, little steering wheel. He's going to give me competition on the toilet car.
Really?
This is a 1934 Mercedes-Benz. It's a 500K Roadster. Got a 350 in it with a 700 R4 tranny.
So you wonder if it's a kit car, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
probably.
big. Yeah.
You wouldn't put that engine combination in otherwise.
No.
Nice deck though in the back. That's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Very sloping.
Yeah.
Good looking car.
Yep.
And look at the length on that. Well, that's how they were back in the day.
Yeah, but you put that. Look at the Chevelle behind it. I mean, it's not that much longer. It just looks big.
And it probably sits on more of a chassis like that anyhow.
Yeah.
A more updated.
An S10 chassis or something.
A lot of wood grain on the dash there.
It's a good picture. Red truck.
So there was a few cars and
And
trucks
what is
there.
the actual building? All brought to you in part by D.E. Fuller. Doug's got the 14th annual collector car auction coming up March 19th and 20th. And that guy.
Keels and Wheels.
You know,
He screwed it up.
he screwed up.
What do you mean? You should have just chimed in with
Yeah.
that
No,
guy.
that's not the way it's done, Lance.
Brought to you in part by Keels and Wheels.
That guy?
Are you happy now?
I saw that guy today.
Did
You did.
Yes.
I talked to him today.
Yeah.
He's in town.
He's in
still?
town.
Yes, he's in. I think he's going to be in town until Super Cruise
Yeah,
now.
How
like
come
this
he's
month
not
for
coming
sure.
to dinner tonight?
Because we've got
I don't know.
so much planning and stuff to do. This
Yeah.
Super Cruise USA, people have no idea. One, the cost factor. Two, the
much
hours
time.
and hours and hours and letters and emails and this and that and the other. And especially now that we're bringing Paul in.
Yeah.
Paul Lamette. I think that he is going to be a very big draw for the people, and I think he's going to, draw some people in. We've already got one that called us with a replica.
Car.
Yeah, with the 32 yellow coupe, right down to the THX, I forget the numbers, plate that was on it in the movie and everything. It's, identical to the one in the movie. And he wants to come down and have Paul sign it. And Paul, if you have memorabilia, folks, he'll
sign it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
He'll sign it. And he's looking to raise money for the Bread of Life mission.
He ought to drive that car in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, he ought to drive that car in.
Have him drive it. Now, the guy who owns it, I don't know if he'd...
Well, he gets a car signed and let him drive it in.
Let me drive it in and I'll sign it.
Yeah.
Take a picture and autograph it.
If it were me, no problem. Because then he not only signed it, but he drove it.
And you got proof that he drove it.
And you got proof that he drove it. We'll put it on.
Make
on
that
film.
call tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Call him, put that down. All right, we're gonna go cut the commercial. Hear from our sponsors so that we can talk about all the shows coming up when we get back. 2 minutes. Don't go away. Our award-winning interiors have been applauded locally and nationally. Juniors will repair or replace seat covers, carpet, door panels, and both vinyl and convertible tops. Our experts have more than 40 years of experience and specialize in original, antique, and custom automobiles, boats, and aircraft. For quality craftsmanship at a reasonable price, call Juniors today, 493-1840. That's 493-1840.